Jesus' disciples were probably scratching their head when Jesus told them, "Why are you terrified, O you of little faith?" After all, most of these men were fishermen. Being on water is practically their life. Being on a boat is practically being at home for a lot of them. So when there is a big storm and they are saying that they are going to perish, it's not a small matter, it's not a joke, it's not an overestimation of the situation. And yet Jesus tells them, "Why are you terrified, you of little faith?" You see, it's normal. We might be experiencing a situation that we believe sincerely, objectively, with a lot of common sense, something that we might not be able to overcome. And it might be real, it might be true, it might be at work, it might be at our families, it might be an addiction, a struggle that we are undergoing ourselves. And we are so afraid that we might not overcome it. And it's normal. We are, after all, humans, and fear tells us that we should be careful. And yet Jesus tells us, "You of little faith, why are you afraid?" I believe Jesus is telling us that, yes, there will be those situations, there will be storms that without overestimating, without exaggerating, something that might kill you, something that you will never be able to conquer or escape from. But Jesus is telling us in today's gospel, you should not be afraid because I will be the one to handle it. The disciples were afraid because they knew they couldn't escape. And that's why they said, "We will perish." But Jesus is telling them, "Yes, you cannot do it, but I can." And true enough, Jesus, something that we cannot do, he did. He commanded the storm to be still, and the storm stayed still. And everyone was saved. It's normal to be afraid, especially in those situations. But Jesus asks us to trust him. In the first reading, the wife of Lot wasn't able to move forward because she couldn't let go of the things that pulled her in the past. And so she became salt. In today's gospel, Jesus is asking us not to look back, but keep looking at him. It is not the storm who will save you. It is not your skills, uh, like in the case of the disciples, there being fishermen, that will save them. It will be Jesus. And if we look back, if we lose our sight of Jesus, then we will lose our life. Because yes, you are right. Whatever you are encountering is something that is impossible to overcome. And that is why the more we have to look forward, the more we have to look to Jesus. Because he is the overcomer, not us. The reason we trust, the reason we have faith, is because we are not putting our lives on someone who cannot do something significant. Instead, we are giving our lives to Jesus, who can even command the storm to calm down and give us peace.